All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game one of our second semifinal match today. I'll get it right here in just a minute, featuring Shaft and VOR. Shaft in the green here, spawning on the north side of Tears of the Desert. They are bringing double St. Vincent, Des Moines, double Des Moines, Petro, fronted by 4 destroyers, Giering, Marceau, Harugumo, and Ragnar. What's VOR got cooking down in the south spawn, Painzor?
Well, I know somebody's going to be very happy with this lineup.
Yes.
We have St. Vincent, Marseille, Napoli, Moskva, Marceau, not Marseille, Marceau, Harugumo, Khabarovsk, and a Yu-Yang. And the Yu-Yang is going to be running a Radar Yu-Yang with Dazzle as well.
There we go.
Dazzle Radar Yu-Yang.
No, you have to be kidding me.
I'm deadly serious. Dazzle Radar Yu-Yang.
That is really interesting. Wow, look at that.
And the Harugumo is going to be running that legendary module. And what everybody's interested in, I know a certain Gaishu has been asking frantically, what is the Khabarovsk going to be running? He's going to be running a standard destroyer build. Concealment, gun range, Fearless Brawler, no RPF, and he's going to be running, instead of running the concealment mod, he's going to be running a rudder module, and he's going to be running engine module in slot 4.
Have you ever played double rudder, Haba?
I have. It's fun. I like to play all of my ships with the acceleration module, though.
Okay.
Not running the legendary module on the Khabarovsk.
Okay.
Which is also an interesting one.
Curious to see how this goes. Now, at the early going here, VOR opting for a very, very heavy A push, sending everything but a Marceau and a Napoli up the 2-3 line, headed straight for A, whereas Shaft taking a much more balanced approach. They've got a Ragnar in mid. I say balanced. There are still 5 ships headed south: Petro, St. Vincent, Des Moines, Harugumo, and Marceau. Another St. Vincent hanging mid. Who is that? That's Vert. And we got Kami's Des Moines, and Repri's Giering, the only ships really kind of heading up here towards A.
Yeah, C-Cap, Marceau, and Napoli. Everything else at A.
Everything else going to A. VOR's quite literally put all their ships in one basket here. And we're going to have to see how they are able to make this work.
That's a very big basket.
It's a very large basket, several kilometers across.
Yeah, millions and millions of tons, probably.
Millions of gallons of water in the bottom of that basket.
Right, so, well, what do we think of the Marseille? What's your opinion on the Marseille?
I've never actually played Marseille. I have played the line up to the tier 9, which is Brest, I believe.
Yes.
And I haven't yet decided on those ships. I've been playing them a little bit in operations lately, like Cherbourg and Toulon and some of the tier 7, tier 8 operations, and I really like those ships in those situations. But against live players, that all-gun arrangement, the AP is really good, but I don't know, right? And what we're seeing here, of course, the lone Marseille, what we saw on North America when we saw teams have success with Marseille, it was usually in multiples.
Yeah, well, on EU, it's usually only been one at a time. Quite a few of them have been on this map. My problem with the Marseille in general on the southern spawn in this map is, okay, you've got your Marseille to A1 Island. Now what?
Yeah. Now what? Well, and we're kind of seeing some of that here out of VOR, right? They're making a big play. They're going to grab this island. They're going to grab A. They've surrendered B. They're going to surrender C. It's only a matter of time before one of these Shaft destroyers ducks in there. It hasn't happened yet, but it will eventually. Some shells going downrange now on Sweet Tagay's Marceau. They've picked him up on radar. But to me, again, and we've seen other teams do this, Vert's St. Vincent, right here by this island in the middle of B, dislodging him is going to be more than a little challenging.
Yeah, we once again have this whole toilet bowl action that we keep going on about, where both teams have sent a very, very strong force to one of the 2 caps. And with the enemy team not mirroring it, we're just going to be like, who's going to get the faster push out with it? Radar Yu-Yang picking up the Giering, by the way.
Yeah, they caught the Giering, but Classic Nouns Haba just took a solid hit there, about 10, 12. Well, no, he doesn't have. Yeah, okay, so it was about 6 or 7K there. Still a good hit.
Oh, one thing I want to point out, that is indeed a heal Khabarovsk, not a smoke Khabarovsk.
I can see the heal ticking. Yeah, that's not surprising. I mean, if you're going to bring a Kaba in this environment, I feel like you bring it because of the longevity of the ship. The heal keeps it in the game.
Sure, but also I don't want to knock the utility of a smoke screen. It does have utility, even if you're not going to be the one using it yourself.
Fair.
You can still donate it.
But you brought Smoke Harugumo for that, like literally fancy, unique upgrade Smoke Harugumo if you want smoke.
Like personally, I just wouldn't bring the Khabarovsk in the first place. But I am not fighting in the semifinals of the internationals. So
hey,
what do
I was gonna say I'm not the one playing here. I don't get to mock.
Yeah. No Delnies, though. No Delnies.
Not at the moment, but we'll see. The day is young, my friend. The day is young.
It is indeed young.
Ooh, good hit on Kamikazes there from a dead astern. I think that was the St. Vincent AP going in.
Oh, yeah, he's suffering right now. There's more shells coming in as well.
5 minutes in, and both teams now taking up a lone cap. About a 40-point difference between them here, as Shaft has moved out to pick up A and B, but B and C, but B is now contested. Sweet Tagay's Marceau sitting in there, trying to hold back those points that Vert is camped on.
Yeah, then St. Vincent in the middle of the B cap needs to be very careful. He does not know what destroyer is currently in the cap with him, and honestly, if the Marceau wants to go around on him, what's really stopping them? You have
to me, it would be Stressed Petro off to the south, right?
That's one salvo though.
1 to 2, probably not enough. You might break a torpedo launcher at the wrong time or something, but I do like Stressed's position here simply because of nothing else. He's got the ability now to help cover this cap with radar. Asphodelis' Moskva's under quite a bit of threat up here at north, isn't it?
Yes, he is. It turns out that when things like to shoot at you, it hurts.
Yeah.
He was getting farmed out by that Ragnar, and I think the St. Vincent of Gassando PvE up there.
Okay.
Now he's being smoked out by the Harrigan. I like this. They've recognized the threat. It's like, all right, here's a smoke screen. We're going to push. Are they going to jump him up to the next island? Or are they going to turn him out? Looks like they're taking him up to the next island.
I think they are. I think the goal is to get him all the way across this gap and move him to the other side so that probably for a time he'll play in this little island channel right here between, kind of on the eastern side of the A cap until they can get this Des Moines off the board and hopefully get the gearing out, and then he can kind of wrap around and cover that cap from the north side.
I just want to point out, that's a range mod AFT Haragumo, by the way, that we're seeing.
Interesting. He takes some cheap shots at Vert and gets a fire. In fact, he's getting all kinds of damage on Vert right now as they do finally bag Kamikaze's Des Moines up here along the A-line.
That's going to force him out in front of the Marceau. Vert doesn't know that the Marceau has launched all of his torpedoes already, so they should be getting... Oh, there's a dead Des Moines.
Yes, I was just talking about that.
Yeah, I wasn't... I was looking at the other person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, the Des Moines up on the A-line is gone. So a ship lead now for VOR. The cap advantage means that Shaft will retain a very, very small lead here, as Vert actually poking around this island to take shots out towards Naomi's St. Vincent out on the 3 line.
Yeah, that was what I was busy looking at. I was watching Vert get forced around the corner into not knowing where the Marceau was. Well, Vert's going to have a nice little vacation. He's got a lovely little view there, by the way, that city next to him.
Indeed, he's got some nice. He's got a place for his crew to get shore leave, right? If they want to hop off and go get a snack or a nice meal.
So back to this pushing flank. This is the problem with the Marseille that we brought up earlier. You're pushing a Marseille. What are you pushing into? If things want to turn around and start focusing on this, actually, he has those wall of destroyers screening for him.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got enough ships out front that are screening him effectively. I don't think it's really that big of a problem. In fact, they're doing a great job of beating the bejesus out of Intaro's Ragnar right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to lose the ship right this moment, but he's definitely worse for the wear over there.
However, points are still taking heavily in favor of Shaft at the minute. And I don't see a way of VOR stepping on this cap anytime soon. They have the St. Vincent, unless they send their own St. Vincent back in. They can't rotate them Marceau back in. He's being zoned out by Zill's Marceau as well as the Haragum and Des Moines.
Have a look down south. Have a look down south at the Napoli Des Moines. Now, this is interesting because Napoli, of course, cannot... Well, they can C4 amazing now because 4 is... somebody just turned around and smacked him. Looks like Slotty was trying to get back in there and maybe pick up a Des Moines kill, but no dice. They do get some good damage on Formazing, but it's not enough.
That was a very bold push. I think what he was hoping to do was just somehow just get the jump on the Des Moines, the smoke screen, torpedo rush him, and then behind that he's got Haragumo and Marceau just locked in secondary range. But everybody dropped focus on him immediately and just burned him down. That's the fastest I've seen. I think
Vert even got a salvo in there. I think that was where that big AP hit came from. Well, for the moment, then that solidifies the Shaft lead here, back out to about 100 and nearly 200 points if we're honest. And then again, of course, VOR still struggling to figure out how they're going to break into the B cap. I'm with you. I'm not sure quite how they're going to do it.
Looks like they're sending the Haragumo in here, or they were about to until he beached against this island, and then he just takes a big chunk from the St. Vincent of Vert. More secondary salvos coming in as well, and you've also got Stress Possum. Is he going to say, all right, I can't make this jump now? I think he wanted to get behind that island, grinded against the rock that he's currently against, and then he just got forced back. And now he's under Int'l's radar as well.
Well, they were able to force Vert out. They've taken a decent chunk of his health. He's got plenty of heals left. And he's now having to rotate all the way around to the opposite side of the rock from where he started, still sitting in the B cap. Over the halfway mark of the game now.
Yeah, there's a Venn diagram of death currently letting up. A lot of DDs getting spotted by each other. Like, a lot of stuff spotted. Nobody really getting in too much danger here. It looks like the focus fire is now going to be switched back onto the Marseille. He got spotted now, and then it's like the Ragnar's like, I want to burn you now. I want to set you on 4 fires. I want to make you suffer for bringing that ship with your 60-second fire duration.
Well, Dark Templar's St. Vincent now starting to get into the action here. He's finally through this channel. I'm curious to see where they position this ship.
Harrigan was making the jump now. He's actually getting into B.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna have to get into B if nothing else to just stop the points gain.
Right. The block and B cap, they are now 240 points behind. They need to adjust. If we just assume
Ooh. Look at that. The Marceau way over here on the 2 line goes down. They chased Tegay all the way over here and took him out. Now 1 ship lead for Shaft.
Haragumo on Vincent? Is he going for growth? Is he going to go for it?
I mean, he's got his reload booster available if he wants it. He just used it, but there's no way Vert's going out there. He has to know those torpedoes are there.
This Haragumo's position is very compromised. Look at all the ships that are currently focusing.
Yeah, Aruha, I'm just not sure kind of where he's going with this position. Now his torpedoes are down for a very, very long time.
Was that one set or both sets?
No, the first set he fired behind the island here before he went up to this point. He reload boosted, fired the second one that missed completely cleanly across Vert's bow. Now he's stuck without either one for a while.
With this very awkward smokescreen position.
It is very awkward. All he's really achieving right now is holding back the points game and buying VOR some time. They have 2 minutes to make a play.
It looks like Vert's going forward. I know he's going to beach himself.
Well, look at Gassando's St. Vincent. I think they're going to pick this kill up here in just a moment. Dark Temple's chasing him down. He's burning 2,100 HP and falling.
Yeah, very, very dead St. Vincent. Actually, no, he's not dead. He refused. Now he's going to die, right?
His heal is about 15 seconds away. They are going to bag him, but now they've got to keep Temple in the game. That gives them 3 minutes now to make a difference.
Where is this difference going to come from? Yu Yang, St. Vincent all rotating in. Moscow also going to be pushing forward as well. They need to somehow get rid of the St. Vincent behind the island. They had the opportunity to do that with the Haragumo. They didn't manage to do it, though. Even if they get this cap now, looking at how much time's left on the board, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough either. They might have to look for some extra kills as well. This Marseille that we were talking about is now completely on his own up here, pushing forward still.
Asfidelis' Moskva trying to get into the B cap is just absolutely suffering here.
So is Dark Templar's Vincent.
Yeah, I mean, Templar they had to really aggressively push him south, and his next heal is too far off. They're going to bag that kill, and it's just a matter of when.
Well, Moscow's up against the rock shot, blocking the majority of the firepower there. Vincent, though, he's just dead.
Yep, there he goes. And so now we're back to 60 seconds from a Shaft win here in game 1.
The firepower is now coming down upon Vert to try and farm that one out. The Khabarovsk classic now in the semi-finals of the internationals is. I just wanted to re-emphasize we have a Khabarovsk in the semi-finals of the internationals. He's going to be working his way, trying to get through the last of Vert's HP. Vert does not have a heal available for a while.
I think they're going to be able to get Vert here in just a few seconds. The Harugumo, that's Aruha, out of the smoke is lit. Takes a big hit there from that British HE, but they are going to bag Vert here. That's going to allow them to start trying to convert the B cap.
Yu Yang nearly got wiggly topped on the way back.
No, it's not. Well. Oh, they brought Zil's Marceau in to cover things off on the opposing side. So again, they bought themselves time. Oh, Zil's going to leave the cap. Okay.
The focus fire is now going on to the Petropratholosk of Stressed Possum. And they might be able to take this one down. They might be able to get some points back.
Oh, they really need to bag this kill. But, I mean, Asfidelis' Moskva is also in real trouble there.
Pops says, I'm going to die rate. Yeah,
Pops, he knows he's going out. It's only a matter of time. When that happens, Shaft is going to be seconds from a win here. Yep, there's 30 seconds. But they do get Possum. Possum burns out behind the rock. So now, a little more time extension. As VOR trying to stay in the game.
This Marseille has suddenly become a lot scarier.
This Marseille has now actually become a very, very important board piece because, well, there's no battleships left for these guys.
Yeah, he can just engine boost into this horde of like Marceau, Ragnar, Gearing, and they'll come scattering like cockroaches. I'm not sure if you'll be able to pick up any of the kills.
Vincent is still alive, but yeah.
Where is this?
All right, so they've finally managed to convert B. It's taken them probably the better part of 10 or 12 minutes here to finally wrest control of the B cap from Shaft. But now there's still 90 seconds from a loss because the C cap remains uncontested.
They need to step on that.
Yeah, they need to bag a kill to get another time extension, or, as you point out, go step on C.
If they manage to step on C, I think they have to use the Marseille for it. That's the only option right now. The Yu Yang's too far away.
The smoke screen over here, the Harugumo smoke screen, blocking line of sight from Formazing, which is right now one of the few things keeping him alive. They're trying to keep Formazing just in the game as he runs due south, trying to stay out from under Naomi's guns.
I think he's just out of the detection range anyway, so he should be fine. Radar comes out from the Yu Yang, just trying to pick up some of the other destroyers. Marseille comes around the corner, will be spotting the Marceau. Zil going to be opening up. Marseille going to pop that reload booster, question mark?
45 seconds.
Oh, he doesn't have any available.
Marseille is out of reload boosters already. He's used them all to get to this point of the game. 30 seconds. They've got to step onto the cap if they want to have a chance of winning this game.
I think you just have to send the Marseille into the cap.
Yeah, you've got to go full send here. I mean, they're going full send across the entire board, really. In fact, if Naomi's not careful, he may wander into these Harumo torpedoes. Looks like he's moderated his speed enough that shouldn't be a problem. 12 seconds. Can the Marseille's not going to get there in time? 9 seconds. No, he beached. No, he didn't. He's still moving, but he's not going to get there in time. He can't get around the corner in time.
He chose to go under the island instead of over the top of it.
If he'd gone over the top of the island, he might have been able to do it, but probably didn't want to try and invest the time to make the turn. And VOR with an amazing, late game push, but just not able to get there.
That was a very unconventional game.
Yeah, I'll say.
This is not the meta that we're used to on EU. I'm assuming this is not the meta that you're used to on any either.
By the way, Habarovsk into the game, still alive. Just pointing that out.
He's still alive?
Just pointing that out.
Being alive at the end of the game doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing, though.
No, but it does mean that the ship contributed all 20 minutes or however long the game was. And so I think that's noteworthy because not every destroyer can manage that.
No, well, it was only a Yu Yang, Haragumo, Marceau, Ragnar, and Gearing also alive.
In fact, almost did every destroyer survive?
No, one Marceau
No, one Marceau died. 8 destroyers in the game and 7 of them still alive at the end. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, well, I think somebody's absolutely dying.
Oh, I can't wait. I saw Gaishu pump his fist earlier when the Haba was in the lineup, so why don't we throw it back and let them have their way?
Over to you, Gaishu.